getting an old Oreck XL vacuum cleaner to run again. Is your old Oreck XL vacuum cleaner simply not running? The motor just won't start. Nothing happens when you turn it on. You plug it in and nothing happens. No motor, no nothing. I'm going to show you how to, a little trick to get it running again. Here's the inside of the Oreck XL. You'll notice that there's this little circuit board here. It's obviously to protect the motor from overheating, but you'll notice that the motor does have overheat protection built in already. So if the motor's simply not running, this circuit board might be wearing out. The capacitors could be wearing out. This Oreck XL is about 20 years old, so if the capacitors and other components are breaking down, it's just not going to work like it when it was new. So before you begin, make sure the unit is unplugged, and let's get started to bypass this little circuit board. Start by taking these wire clips off. The one here, the little one here, is from the power cord. Since the Oreck XL only has an electric motor to provide suction and drive the brush wheel, we only need these two cables. We're going to bypass that little circuit board there. Remember, this is entertainment only. Don't try this at home. It might not work for you. Let's see what happens. Strip the ends of the wires. There was a inline fuse in here, but that's gone now. Remember to match polarity of the wires. White is neutral, black is hot or with power, so you want to keep the wires together. Although it doesn't really matter for alternating current, house current, but keep the polarity together just the same for good practice. Join the neutrals together. If you're not sure working with wires, don't try this at home. You're better off buying a new vacuum cleaner. But with things being the way they are these days, chances are you want to try getting your old one to work again. I'm just going to put tape on here temporarily to test, but I don't want any short circuit, so I'm going to insulate the wires before putting power. Now let's plug it in and see if it starts up. As you can see, this little circuit board here obviously failed and kept the unit from running, so a simple bypass of the old circuit board here was successful, and it works just fine. I don't want to leave the tape here. Make sure the power is disconnected. I'm going to put more permanent wire nuts on this connection because I'm going to leave it bypassed. So you want to use real wire nuts to make sure the wires are properly connected. You don't want wires coming apart while you're vacuuming. You just go ahead and leave the old circuit board in there. It's not going to do anything anymore anyway. When the motor really burns out, you're probably just going to throw it away anyway. Make sure the wire nuts are on good and tight. Use some more electric tape to secure the wire nuts in place. Kind of like you're doing house wire and wiring in the home. Make sure the connections are good and secure. There's no other. The Oreck XL does have this sensor here, but why not take it? Let's take the old little circuit board out anyway. It's not needed anymore. It's not going to be used. Chances are, if they wanted you to buy a new one of these, it'd probably be a couple $100 today, but now you don't need it. It's also a good idea to secure the wires inside so they're not rattling. Make sure the wires are out of the airflow, don't affect anything. It should be okay to put back together again. There's 5 screws holding the base plate on, so tighten those screws back up. And by doing this simple repair yourself, you've saved another unit from being in the landfills or thrown out, and you also saved yourself a lot of money because now you've got your old machine running again instead of being thrown out. So keep the old one running as long as possible. It works just as good now. Test it. The dual speed is obviously controlled in the switch because it has high and low. And it works. Thanks for coming. Come again for more appliance repair videos in these tough economic times to save you more money.